Hey guys, welcome to another Buzzin Chat Show here on Buzzin Pattaya, and today I'm down here on the beach, as you can see behind me. Look at that, beautiful. And we've been blessed with some really good weather of late. It's been a lot of rain recently, but just the last few days now have been really nice, really hot, which is fantastic, especially when I want to go walking around. So 5 questions today, great questions, thank you very much for sending them in. And guys, if you've got a question that you'd like to ask, please drop me an email, 247pattaya@gmail.com, and I will do my very best to answer them. And if I can't answer them, I'm sure the comments in the community here, there's people there that can answer them for you. So all good. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So I'm down here. I'm going to spin the camera around in a second, and we're going to head around the Soi 13s, 13.3, 13.4, around that area. I'm going to take a bit more of a leisurely stroll just to sort of highlight and show you some of the places that are down here. It's relatively quiet, but then you know that anyway, so let's head off and we're going to go and answer these questions. Great questions, guys. I'm just going to put my mask and stuff on and we'll bomb on. Okay, so we're starting on 13.3, and if you walk this, you can go the way I'm going to go, but if you're on a motorbike, you see here it's a one-way street, so be aware of that. And over here on the left hand side, I do say this many times, you can hire a motorbike here very easily, but please be very careful, particularly if you're not a very good rider, because the roads out here are, as you probably are already well aware, treacherous. So today's questions: are there cheap hotel rooms good to stay in? What is your favorite non-alcoholic drink? Do girls change when they go back to the village with you? Great question there from Manfred. What's the best cure for a hangover? And can I realize my fantasies by having more than one person join me in my room? All right, great question. So we're just going to head up now. The first question is, are cheap hotel rooms good to stay in? And I've got to say to you guys, a lot of that will depend on your location and also your expectations, because like, take for instance where we're in right now. Now right now obviously it's deadly quiet, so there's not really an issue. But imagine this is 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, and the music's pumping out, people are shouting and screaming, and all having a bit of fun, etc. Well, you're not likely to be able to get much sleep. And if you do enjoy getting to bed about sort of 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, and you want to just get your head down, you might find that hard. Also, think about the facilities. It's all well and good saying I've got a room here for 300 baht a night or 500 baht a night or whatever it is you're paying, but is the bed decent? If it's a rock hard mattress, then again you're going to have issues with your sleeping. How big is the room? If you're coming in for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you want a little bit more space. And also, don't forget, if you are having company, then you need a bit more room in your bedroom. And I'm just going to get past this building work. For a city that's under so much depression right now, one second, there is so much building work going on in here. Not quite sure what they're doing. They've gutted the place, to be fair. Not really sure what the score is on that. And here's some more motorbikes. In fact, let's go and ask him how much the motorbikes are for in. สวัสดีครับพี่แคปมอเตอร์ไซค์1 วันเท่าไหร่ครับแบบไหนครับนี่เหรอใช่ครับถ้าPCX เท่าไหร่ครับ PCX 1 วัน150 1 วันใช่ไหมอัน1 อาทิตย์can do 500 baht ได้ไหม500 baht ได้ไหมfor 1 อาทิตย์ใช่ครับ500 600 900ได้ไหม900โอเคครับโอเคขอบคุณมากโอเค thank you ครับโอเคครับไม่เป็นไรครับขอบคุณมาก Alright, so basically what I asked him there was how much is a motorbike for 1 day. It was 150 baht, and I said for 7 days, for a week, how much would that be? He said, how much would you give me? So I tried him at 500 and he came back at 900, which it should be 1,050 baht, so you're saving 150 baht. But again, you don't need a license, just jump on and away you go, and that's why it's so treacherous. So yeah, going back to hotels, again, location, guys, you know, think about where you're gonna stay. Is it central to where you want? Because a lot of these cheap hotels are off the beaten track. And if you wanna stay and enjoy, say, I don't know, Pattaya area or whatever, you might find you're a 10-15 minute walk away. So just try and figure out your location. Okay, so we're now down 13.4. In front of us here, that's the classroom. And if you don't know about the classroom, and Peter, he's a really good guy, been here donkey's years. Go in there. He's got rooms above it, incidentally, up there. You're not going to get them for 300 baht. But then saying that, if you stay for long term, there are some great deals to be had. So have a look around. But think about the facilities as well. Some of these cheaper rooms don't have aircon, so make sure you check that. They have a fan, and the fans, in all honesty, don't really do a lot, to be fair. You do need aircon, particularly if you've not been here before. Adjusting to the heat takes some doing. And of course, here on the left here is a Shamrock bar. Long established place that. And it's right on the edge of Boys Town. Incidentally, see now that they've covered up the sign there. That's a recent development, that's not been covered up. So not quite sure what the score is with that one. So, I guess the question's got to be, if you can recommend a cheap hotel that you've personally stayed in, guys, please do. Please let us know, share in the comments below. Tell us what hotels have you stayed in, what did you pay, and let's see what we can come up with. I'm sure amongst all of us, there are some great recommendations that can come from this video, and that may well save other people and help them in terms of finding somewhere centrally or in an area that they're looking for. So if you would, guys, please drop the comment. Where's a good hotel you've stayed in that's a cheap hotel, a budget hotel? We don't want the higher end ones, because that's not what the question was. We want to talk about the budget ones. Okay, so back down onto Beach Road now, and here we know the old Thai food. Look at this, lovely 10 baht, and these are pork and fish, sausage. What do you get? Okay, so next question then. What is my favourite non-alcoholic drink? And obviously one of the things you need to desperately make sure you definitely do here is drink plenty of water. Even if you're not normally someone that drinks a lot of water back home, guys, you've got to do it. You have to do it. Stay hydrated. When you walk around, you don't realise just how much you are sweating, and you need to make sure you hydrate yourself. In terms of favourite drink, if you go into 7-Eleven, they got a huge selection of drinks, different flavoured waters, different flavoured juices. They've got it all in there. Ushi's a very popular, if that's just across the road here, Ushi's a very popular non-alcoholic drink. But I guess for me, it has to be coconut. Now, if you go into a 7-Eleven, you've got 3 brands of coconut juice. All 3 are pretty decent, to be honest. But if you can find a street vendor and they've got fresh coconut, get one of them. I've had one on a previous video and showed you it's just absolutely tops. And while we're talking about great things, look at this. You know, come on. I know we get a bad reputation, etc, etc, but have a look at that. That really is great. There's a guy over there fishing. It's about the only reason I get in the water. I just said how great it is, but you can't really swim. And there, of course, is the Pattaya beer garden. And many people have been asking me, is it going to reopen? Is it going to reopen? I've heard nothing to say that it's not going to reopen. And generally speaking, especially an iconic place like that, if it wasn't going to reopen, trust me, we would know. And just to put this into perspective, so here you go, right? People are not sure about when we say about pumping the sewage in the dirty water. So right here now, you see these huge pumps? So basically, when it rains, see the drains here in front of us? There you go. So basically, the drains fill up very quickly. They can't cope with the amount of water. And sadly, as you're going to see now, here you go. Let's follow the pipe. Goes down. And there you go, it goes out to sea. And that's why many people say about not swimming here. And let me show you these big, huge turbines over here. And unfortunately, it is what it is. But just over there, I'm not going to walk around there, but just over there, you see that big massive black piping? So they pump sewage, unfortunately, into the sea. So yeah, you know, it's great beach to sit down and sunbathe if that's your thing. Have a few beers, whatever. Sorry, coffees are they called now, aren't they? Coffees. And just be careful if you do go in the water. So yeah, non-alcoholic drink. For me, definitely a coconut, fresh coconut. Normally 50 baht, cheap as chips, and they are absolutely lovely, very, very refreshing. So that would be, oh, we're changing the money. So that would be a drink I would recommend, but try and get one off the beach vendors. And quickly, if you're not sure about the baht bus system here, it's 10 baht. Jump on, jump off, 10 baht. There's your transport sorted. So don't hire a motorbike. You don't need one. You could use a baht bus 3 times a day, less than £1. Why put yourself at risk on a motorbike? And up ahead here's Walking Street, under a lot of construction, a lot of improvements, taking away all the cabling and stuff. They are working hard in there, as you can see. So back to you guys. What's your favourite non-alcoholic drink that you can recommend? What do you recommend? All right, so we're going to head up now towards Second Road. Question number 3. Great question, this one. Do the girls change when they get back to the village? So you're here in the city centre, you found a new love of your life, and she says, Tilak, can we go back to my home? I want to show you to all my family and parade you around. And you, being the kind person that you are, think to yourself, yeah, go on, no problem. What's the worst that could happen? Well, when you get back, remember, this is a transaction, this is a business transaction. And remember that ultimately, rightly or wrongly, we are seen as the golden goose. So when you do go back to the villages, I'm not saying all the time, so don't hold me to it saying it's a common occurrence. Well, it is common, but like as in like every single time. But it's not unusual, should I say, for when you get back that perhaps grandma's got a leaky toilet, or mum and dad have got a leaky roof, or you might be able to help out and just help a little bit with sister's house, etc., or the dogs, or what, you know, there's 1,000,001 excuses. So to be totally honest with you, don't be offended, and certainly don't be surprised. It does happen. It really does. So, you know, I guess when you do hook up with the girls and you head back home and they're walking around, you know, they don't want you to then be perceived as a cheap Charlie. And, you know, mum and dad will put pressure on her. It's not just her. Mum and dad will put pressure on her and ask for things while you're there. When you go out, if you do take out for drinks and for food, etc., make no mistake, you are going to pay. So make no mistake, it's very, very rare, very, very unusual that you don't end up paying. So do they change? I think they kind of like show off a little bit, but in fairness, you can't blame them really, can you? So just be prepared for it. What I would say though, guys, is don't kick off about it. I know many people that have gone up to the villages, had a row because Tilak wants this, wants that. Oh, I'm not doing this, bollocks to that, and then they head home, come back on a bus or a taxi or whatever, and it just ruins your holiday. So, you know, if you head up, remember you're heading up, expect to put your hand in your pocket. If you don't, well, that's a bonus. But if you expect it, at least it's not going to be a shock when it does happen. And the chances are it will happen. All right, so next question. I can't wait to get your comments on this. I really can't. Incidentally, let me just spin the camera up here. Today's rates, I don't know if you can see that. Euro $1.33.68, euro 38.88, GBP, the pound 45.82, the Aussie dollar 24.5. So good. I'm not sure if you can see that. Apologies if you couldn't. Okay, so this question, I can't wait for the answer to this. The best cure for a hangover. I can't imagine you come here and get a hangover. That's unheard of. Really? Does that really happen? So I basically sleep them off. If I'm being truthful, I'll drink lots of water before I go to bed, and I try to just sleep them off. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'm not really one that's into tablets. I don't like tablets, gotta be honest with you. I think all they do is confuse your body and kid you that you know, you're not feeling as bad as you perhaps you are. So me personally, I'm not into tablets. Here you go, mate. There are loads of old wives' tales about, oh, you should do this, or I mean, I've heard things with like milk with an egg and all that kind of stuff. Oh man, there's some right concoctions. Personally, I don't have a cure. I just sit there on the sofa, feel sorry for myself. Normally my missus is laughing at me saying, told you, and they'll come out with their famous somnamna. So I don't know, guys, you know, what are your cures? If you get a hangover, how do you deal with it? And I know 100% we're gonna get the, well, just go out and have a hair of the dog and carry on. So fair play to you if you do that. You are by far more adapted to this than I'll ever be. So, but yeah, what do you have? So what is your tip, guys? How do you deal with a hangover? What's your words of wisdom? And of course, I guess the best one is, well, don't drink. And I know many of you don't drink. And incidentally, if you do come out here and you are a non-drinker, guys, you can have so much fun. Don't worry about it. It's irrelevant. Get out here, enjoy yourself. The alcohol is not a necessity. You can really just put yourself in the height of all the entertainment here. Not an issue. All right, last question. Save the best till last. So the question is, can you have more than one person accompany you back to your room if that is your pleasure? All I'm going to say to you on that subject, guys, is this. Yes, it can happen. Yes, it does happen. But many people make the mistake of just assuming if a girl says, oh, can my friend come with us, that you think that's going to be courting. Normally, they're just trying to get their friends some money and hoping that if you say yes, that all things good, and there's not really that kind of interaction, that perhaps that's what you're looking for. So one of the things that you've got to do here is just be honest, guys. Remember, what you're going to say, they would have heard 1,000 times. So don't feel put out, don't feel embarrassed, don't feel, oh no, I can't really ask that. And you know, if you do put it to them, be honest about your expectations. Because again, you know, you go back to the hotel and maybe they're not as friendly as you were hoping they would be with each other or whatever. You know, it's a difficult one to talk about, but it is what it is and it happens. So just cover all your options, so that way then there's no grey area, there's no, oh well, I wanted this, I wanted that. You know, just make sure you cover it. All right, guys. Oh, hot today. The Aya Boutique Hotel. I've heard great things about this place. My mate used to stay in there. Said it was really, really good. I've never stayed in there myself personally. And back in the day, unfortunately not now, but this place used to be a great little street. Loads of little boutique stores here, selling all kinds of stuff. And unfortunately, as we can see right now, look at that. They're just empty shelves, basically just deteriorating and rotting away. And all the shops and everything here, look, you know, here we go. They're all just boarded up, no signs of coming back, no signs of life whatsoever. Such a shame. But at the time of making this video, it's been announced that Thailand has been taken off the red list for the UK, which is fantastic news. It's a step in the right direction. And I hope that things drastically and rapidly improve, because you know, you can see now walking around, not a lot going on. Not a lot going on. Howdy cab. We got a few little restaurants here, Thai food. Okay, well, we're back down to the beach. And I'm just going to spin the camera in a second, we'll finish off. But like I say, guys, if you've got any questions you want to fire in, 247pattaya@gmail.com. Throw them my way. If I can't answer them, I will tell you the truth. And we'll ask the community to get back to us. And fingers crossed, we can answer them for you. Alright, so, just give you a little finishing location. I'm here at the Baywalk on Beach Road, see that there? So that's there, and across the road there is our glorious view. Alright, so let me spin the camera around. Oh, man, hot today. Alright, can't wait to put this, let me put this down here. 1 second. Oh man, it's hot. Alright, so there you go, guys. So that's it today. Thank you very much for watching. Please, as always, remember, hit the subscribe button, also the bell icon if you'd like to be notified when I bring out a new video. Check out our members area and get on our Discord group. Loads and loads of people on there. Get on there and start sharing your words of wisdom and have some fun, meet lots of other people. Alright, that's it from me, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and please, as always, wherever you are in the world, stay safe.